Welcome to Framework, the podcast that makes the NIST cybersecurity framework practical, engaging, and accessible. Whether you're a cybersecurity professional, business leader, or simply curious about how organizations defend against cyber threats, this series is for you. This podcast is inspired by a comprehensive guide to the NIST Cybersecurity Framework 2.0, a best-selling resource written by cybersecurity expert Dr. Jason Edwards and trusted by professionals worldwide. In each episode, we'll leverage a few insights from Jason's extensive book to dive deep into CSF 2.0, unpacking every function, category, and subcategory with real-world applications you can immediately use. If you're enjoying this episode and want to learn more, head over to cyberauthor.me to grab your copy of the book and access additional resources to enhance your cybersecurity journey. You can also visit baremetalcyber.com, where over 2 million people last year explored expert insights, articles, and practical tools across a wide range of cybersecurity topics. DE.AE-06, Sharing Adverse Event Information. DE.AE-06 ensures that organizations effectively share information about adverse security events with internal stakeholders, external partners, and threat intelligence communities to enhance collective cybersecurity resilience. This subcategory belongs to the DETECT function within the National Institute of Standards and Technology Cybersecurity Framework, version 2.0, emphasizing that timely and accurate communication of security incidents allows organizations to mitigate risks more effectively, improve situational awareness, and prevent similar attacks from spreading across industries. Without structured information sharing, organizations risk siloed threat intelligence, delayed incident response, and increased exposure to emerging cyber threats due to lack of visibility into broader attack trends. By implementing structured information sharing frameworks, organizations ensure that cybersecurity incidents such as ransomware infections, phishing campaigns, insider threats, and distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks are reported, documented, and disseminated in a controlled manner. A well-dedified sharing strategy enables organizations to align security teams, regulatory bodies, and external intelligence sharing networks to enhance coordinated response efforts and facilitate proactive defense measures. Organizations that adopt automated threat intelligence platforms, enforce structured incident reporting workflows, and participate in industry-specific information sharing groups improve their ability to detect cyber threats earlier, enhance security collaboration, and comply with regulatory disclosure requirements. Multiple stakeholders play a role in sharing adverse event information. Security Operations Center (SOC) analysts and incident response teams are responsible for collecting, analyzing, and documenting security event data to be shared with internal security leadership and external intelligence sharing platforms. Legal and compliance officers ensure that information sharing aligns with data privacy laws, regulatory mandates, and industry-specific reporting obligations. Executive leadership and public relations teams play a critical role in managing external disclosures, ensuring that incident information is communicated transparently while minimizing reputational risk. Effective information sharing is implemented through standardized reporting frameworks, structured threat intelligence dissemination, and secure data sharing mechanisms. This includes using automated security information and event management (SIEM) tools to generate standardized incident reports, integrating with external threat intelligence feeds, and leveraging industry alliances such as the Information Sharing and Analysis Centers (ISACS) to exchange cybersecurity insights. Organizations that fail to implement structured information sharing workflows risk operating in isolation, missing critical early warnings about emerging cyber threats, and failing to meet regulatory reporting requirements for cybersecurity incidents. Several key terms define information sharing and its role in cybersecurity governance. Threat intelligence sharing ensures that organizations disseminate cyber threat data to external partners, improving overall industry-wide security awareness. Incident reporting ensures that organizations document and disclose security incidents following predefined protocols and compliance obligations. Information Sharing and Analysis Centers, ISACS, ensure that organizations collaborate with industry peers to exchange security information, best practices, and early threat warnings. Security Information and Event Management, SIEM, ensures that organizations automate security event logging, correlation, and reporting to streamline incident documentation. Regulatory compliance reporting ensures that organizations meet legal disclosure requirements by reporting breaches and security events to relevant authorities. Challenges in sharing adverse event information often lead to delayed threat communication, compliance violations, and difficulties in coordinating incident response across multiple stakeholders. One common issue is fear of reputational damage, where organizations hesitate to disclose security breaches due to concerns about public perception, regulatory scrutiny, or loss of customer trust. Another issue is lack of structured incident documentation, where organizations fail to standardize incident reporting formats, making it difficult to share actionable intelligence with external entities. Some organizations mistakenly believe that cybersecurity incidents should be handled internally, without recognizing that collaborative information sharing strengthens collective security and helps prevent widespread attacks. When organizations implement structured adverse event information sharing frameworks, they enhance situational awareness, improve coordinated incident response, and strengthen industry-wide defenses against cyber threats. A structured information sharing model ensures that cybersecurity teams communicate security incidents effectively. Business leadership aligns security disclosures with risk management strategies, and IT security teams integrate automated reporting tools into ongoing cybersecurity operations. Organizations that adopt real-time threat intelligence sharing, enforce standardized incident disclosure policies, and participate in cross-industry cybersecurity collaboration develop a comprehensive cybersecurity strategy that strengthens resilience against evolving cyber threats. Organizations that fail to share adverse event information face serious security, operational, and compliance risks. Without structured information sharing mechanisms, businesses risk isolating themselves from valuable threat intelligence, delaying incident response coordination, and failing to comply with industry regulations that mandate breach disclosures. A common issue is failure to notify affected stakeholders in a timely manner, where organizations detect a security breach but delay informing customers, partners, or regulators, increasing financial and reputational risks. Another major challenge is inconsistent or incomplete reporting, where organizations lack standardized incident documentation, making it difficult to share actionable intelligence with external entities. By implementing structured adverse event information sharing processes, organizations ensure that cybersecurity incidents are documented, analyzed, and communicated in a way that enhances threat awareness, regulatory compliance, and coordinated response efforts. A well-defined information sharing framework ensures that cybersecurity incidents are disclosed in a controlled, systematic manner, preventing misinformation and ensuring that response teams can take appropriate mitigation actions. Organizations that deploy automated security event logging, enforced structured incident disclosure workflows, and integrate with industry-specific intelligence sharing groups improve their ability to detect, respond to, and prevent future cyber attacks through collaboration and shared situational awareness. At the partial tier, organizations lack formalized security incident sharing processes, leading to delays in notifying affected stakeholders and difficulties in coordinating incident response efforts. Incident reporting is reactive, with security teams documenting events inconsistently and without integration with external intelligence sharing networks. A small business at this level may detect a phishing campaign targeting employees, but fail to share the information with industry peers or cloud service providers, missing an opportunity to prevent broader attacks. At the risk-informed tier, organizations begin to establish formal incident sharing policies, ensuring that security teams document and report security events based on predefined criteria. However, information sharing efforts may still be limited, with manual reporting processes and lack of integration with external threat intelligence platforms. A mid-sized financial institution at this level may report breaches to regulators and industry peers, but fail to implement real-time intelligence sharing mechanisms that could provide early warnings for emerging threats. At the repeatable tier, organizations implement a fully structured information sharing framework, ensuring that security incidents are consistently documented, analyzed, and communicated to relevant stakeholders. Security governance is formalized, with leadership actively involved in defining information sharing policies, enforcing automated incident reporting, and ensuring compliance with industry disclosure requirements. A multinational cloud service provider at this stage may integrate with global cyber intelligence sharing networks using real-time security data feeds to exchange attack patterns, threat indicators, and incident response strategies with industry peers. At the adaptive tier, organizations employ AI-driven threat intelligence sharing, automated regulatory compliance reporting, and predictive security event correlation to proactively exchange cybersecurity insights and strengthen collaborative security efforts. Information sharing is fully integrated into enterprise cybersecurity governance, ensuring that organizations leverage shared intelligence to detect and mitigate cyber threats before they escalate. A global technology firm at this level may use AI-powered threat intelligence platforms to continuously analyze global attack trends, automatically distributing relevant security updates and breach notifications to supply chain partners and industry regulators. Sharing adverse event information aligns with multiple controls in the National Institute of Standards and Technology Special Publication 800-53, ensuring that organizations implement structured threat intelligence sharing models and proactive cybersecurity collaboration strategies. One key control is IR-7 incident reporting, which requires organizations to establish standardized processes for documenting and communicating security incidents to internal and external stakeholders. A government agency implementing this control may use automated breach notification systems to report cyber incidents to regulatory authorities and industry information sharing groups, ensuring timely incident disclosure. Another key control is DE.AE-06, Audit, Review, Analysis, and Reporting, which mandates that organizations analyze security incidents and provide structured reports to regulatory bodies, business partners, and cybersecurity intelligence sharing communities. A multinational financial services company implementing this control may use real-time security dashboards to generate automated compliance reports, ensuring that incident disclosures meet international regulatory standards. Sharing adverse event information also aligns with CP-8 telecommunications services, which requires organizations to establish secure channels for sharing cybersecurity incident data with external entities, including regulatory agencies, industry peers, and supply chain partners. This control ensures that organizations transmit security event information securely, preventing data leaks while facilitating timely threat intelligence exchange. A global e-commerce company implementing this control may use encrypted data sharing platforms to communicate breach details with third-party payment processors, helping prevent fraud across interconnected financial networks. These controls can be adapted based on organizational size, industry, and cybersecurity maturity. A small business may implement basic cybersecurity incident reporting, ensuring that major security events are manually documented and shared with relevant stakeholders on an as-needed basis. A large enterprise may deploy AI-driven threat intelligence platforms, automated compliance-driven incident reporting tools, and real-time security event sharing dashboards to ensure that threat intelligence sharing remains continuously refined and aligned with evolving cyber risks. Organizations in highly regulated industries such as finance, healthcare, and national security may require legally mandated breach notifications, compliance-driven incident reporting workflows, and formalized security information sharing agreements with government agencies and industry groups. Auditors assess an organization's ability to share adverse event information by reviewing whether structured, documented, and continuously enforced security incident sharing frameworks are in place. They evaluate whether organizations implement automated cybersecurity information sharing mechanisms, enforce regulatory disclosure requirements, and integrate real-time security intelligence sharing networks into enterprise-wide security governance. If an organization fails to share security event data effectively, auditors may issue findings highlighting gaps in cybersecurity intelligence sharing policies, weak alignment between incident disclosure practices and compliance mandates, and failure to integrate structured threat sharing models into enterprise security frameworks. To verify compliance, auditors seek specific types of evidence. Incident sharing policy documentation and structured threat intelligence exchange reports demonstrate that organizations formally define and enforce cybersecurity information sharing standards. Breach notification records and compliance-driven security disclosure logs provide insights into whether organizations proactively report and disseminate critical cybersecurity incident data in alignment with legal and industry requirements. Automated cybersecurity intelligence sharing dashboards and predictive security analytics show whether organizations effectively track, monitor, and refine security event sharing strategies using real-world attack data and adaptive security controls. A compliance success scenario could involve a global cloud services provider that undergoes an audit and provides evidence that structured cybersecurity incident sharing strategies are fully integrated into enterprise security governance, ensuring that all security incidents are continuously logged, breach notifications are dynamically issued, and threat intelligence sharing mechanisms are aligned with industry collaboration standards. Auditors confirm that security event sharing policies are systematically enforced, disclosure mechanisms are dynamically refined, and enterprise-wide cybersecurity governance frameworks align with structured security intelligence sharing models. In contrast, an organization that fails to implement structured security event sharing frameworks, neglects real-time threat intelligence dissemination, or lacks formalized cybersecurity incident reporting workflows may receive audit findings for poor security information sharing practices, weak regulatory compliance, and failure to align incident sharing strategies with industry best practices. Organizations face multiple barriers in ensuring that security event information sharing remains continuous and effective. One major challenge is lack of standardized security incident reporting, where organizations use inconsistent formats and documentation methods, making it difficult to share actionable threat intelligence with industry peers or regulatory agencies. Another challenge is concerns over reputational risks, where organizations hesitate to disclose security breaches due to fear of negative public perception or financial losses, even when disclosure is legally required. A final challenge is difficulty integrating security information sharing frameworks with external partners, where organizations struggle to align their incident disclosure policies with third-party security governance models, reducing the effectiveness of collaborative cybersecurity efforts. Organizations can overcome these barriers by developing structured cybersecurity incident sharing frameworks, ensuring that security intelligence policies remain continuously optimized, and integrating real-time threat intelligence dissemination into enterprise-wide cybersecurity governance strategies. Investing in AI-driven security event sharing automation, automated compliance-driven breach notification tools, and predictive cybersecurity risk intelligence models ensures that organizations dynamically assess, monitor, and refine cybersecurity information sharing strategies in real time. Standardizing security incident sharing methodologies across departments, subsidiaries, and external business partners ensures that cybersecurity intelligence sharing policies are consistently applied, reducing exposure to industry-wide cyber threats, while strengthening enterprise-wide cybersecurity resilience. By embedding security event sharing strategies into enterprise cybersecurity governance frameworks, organizations enhance collective threat intelligence, improve regulatory compliance, and ensure sustainable cybersecurity information sharing processes across evolving cyber risk landscapes. That wraps up today's discussion on framework. Don't stop here. Head over to cyberauthor.me to explore more cybersecurity topics and discover a best-selling book covering NIST and other critical cyber frameworks. Please like, rate, and review this episode on Apple and Spotify. Until next time, remember that knowledge is power.